If you want to actually get good at Counter-Strike, I have a couple tips that will definitely help you and that no one ever talks about when trying to get better at Counter-Strike. I know you guys have probably never heard any of these tips that I'm about to talk about, so make sure you guys watch the whole video and write some of these down and really reflect on if you are doing these or not, because most of these tips are actually out of game tips. So these are very important, especially if you're trying to go pro in Counter-Strike. But before I get into those tips, if you guys want any cool skins in your inventory or want to trade skins, please check out the sponsor of this video, Skins Monkey.
Skins Monkey is a CS2 skins trading site and marketplace that provides an instant way to get new skins. My favorite thing about Skins Monkey is that I can trade skins that I no longer want and trade it for a skin that is equal value. If you use code LouisCS2, you get a $5 bonus on your first trade. If you want to buy skins, you can get a 30% deposit bonus plus an extra 5% using my code. The link is down in the description.
So the first tip I have for you guys today is very important, and a lot of Counter-Strike players actually don't follow this tip, and is that you need to have an active life outside of the game. A lot of players just like to sit on their computer all day, talk in Discord with their e-kitten, or they're just trying to watch Twitch streams and type in Twitch chat, and they're just wasting their time when they could be outside doing something productive. Having a well-balanced life is very, very good because it's taking time away from Counter-Strike that you need, because breaks are very important when you're trying to grind something. A lot of people talk about balance, and I think balance is very important, especially if you are trying to grind at something. People aren't usually grinding just 15 hours straight. There's usually breaks in between, like going on walks or going to lift weights, and those are ways that can actually help you, especially in stress levels, because grinding Counter-Strike can be very stressful, especially if you don't notice yourself improving. So taking those little breaks and trying to work on your stress by going on walks, or like I said, lifting weights, or maybe just spending time with your family can really help you improve drastically, because you'll be more relaxed in game when you hop on the grind. Just make sure you guys are going outside. Find a nice hobby. Like if you guys watch Kojomo, you know he's been playing pickleball every weekend, and he loves to go on bike rides in the morning before he plays, and he's actually performing very well at the moment. So if that's not just any proof that balance works when you are grinding Counter-Strike, I don't know what will. I know a lot of the pro players nowadays, they're all hitting the gym in the morning. They have a very active life, and they aren't just sitting on the game for 15 to 20 hours straight. So if you guys aren't noticing any improvement while playing Counter-Strike and you are really grinding, make sure you are taking breaks and make sure you get active and get outside. Now moving on to the second tip, this kind of relates to the first one, and I've talked about this in past videos, but sometimes you might be playing too long. Now I love to relate this topic to other sports because obviously I'm a big fan of basketball, and Kobe Bryant didn't just shoot 20 hours straight in the gym. He would take breaks in between his training, and that's very important what you guys should do. So if you're grinding 10 straight pugs and you notice a decrease in performance, obviously you need a little break in between to go outside and take a walk like I mentioned in the first tip, or maybe you just need to go sit outside and enjoy nature. Just relax the stress levels, take a break, make sure your wrist isn't overworking, because when you are playing Counter-Strike, you are using muscles, especially depending on the way you sit. You could also be overworking your back muscles, which could affect your posture. So it's very important that you guys don't play too long. But if you do want to play for a long session, kind of like I do, I do play Counter-Strike about 15 hours a day, but I do take breaks by going on walks or maybe just walking around the house, doing some chores. So it's very important that you guys develop these breaks into your routine, because playing a long time actually does have a long-term effect on your body, because study does show that if you are sitting for 12 hours a day, you're just decreasing the lifespan of your life, kind of if you're not getting enough sleep or if you're oversleeping. So it's very good that you guys kind of take this serious, especially if you are grinding towards being a professional Counter-Strike player, because like I said before, balance is very important. So just make sure you guys, again, take breaks, don't play too long, and if you want to play long, make sure you guys have scheduled out breaks in your routine. Now this last tip is very important because a lot of people have egos in Counter-Strike, and this tip is just be able to reflect on yourself. At the end of the day, you should be better than what you were yesterday, but you will never be better if you can't reflect on yourself. Now what I mean by this is that you really need to just sit down with yourself and see what happened during your day. Did I take enough breaks? Did I play too long? Did I perform bad in this game? Why did I play bad in this game? A lot of people love to just blame their teammates, especially in my comments. All of you guys love to blame your teammates, but maybe when you played in a game where you had the 3 blind mice in your game, maybe you didn't control them well enough. Maybe you didn't give enough ideas and suggestions. There's a lot of things that really funnel in, because every game is possible unless someone is purposely throwing. Because when I play, I always look back and see that I didn't really perform that well, or I just didn't control my teammates well enough, because I do have the experience to do that. And sometimes I just get a little bit lazy, and that's something that I think a lot of you guys do as well. You just get lazy and expect your teammates to do everything, when in reality, if you're the one that really wants to win, and if you really want it bad enough, you should be the the one giving your 110% by calling strats, helping out your teammates, giving suggestions, because a lot of these players, like I've said before in previous videos, are just casual people that get off their 9 to 5 just to play the game, and they played long enough to be at a high level, or maybe they're just, you know, an average player like the rest of you guys, where they just kind of hop on to have fun, and you guys are trying to win and rank up. So I really suggest that you guys need to drop your ego and just reflect on the day and see how you could have won some of your games. Now again, if you are just a casual player just looking for some tips, obviously this doesn't tailor towards you, but even if you are a casual player, it is good just to kind of reflect on your performance and how you played, because maybe you could find some weaknesses that you didn't realize. So it's always good to just go back and record your games, or just look at your stats using a website like Leadify. Their stats go really in depth on a lot of things, and I've used it in the past, so I do recommend that if you are trying to improve mechanically and just reflect on yourself. Leadify is definitely a good website by you, and I'm not sponsored by them. Those are all the tips I have for you guys today, but just a little summary of the video if you made it this far is that you just need to have a good balance if you are trying to grind Counter-Strike, because sitting in your chair and looking at your computer all day definitely has a big effect on your body, and it can make you perform so bad in Counter-Strike you might not even realize what you're doing wrong. So just make sure you guys go out and get some vitamin D, take a nice walk. If you have a dog, take him for a nice stroll, you know, in between every 2 or 3 pugs if you're trying to grind that, or maybe your premier matches, and you will notice a big increase of performance, not in the bedroom but in Counter-Strike. So if you guys did enjoy this video, make sure you guys like the video and comment down below if you think I missed anything about just having a good balance in Counter-Strike. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel for some daily CS2 content, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.